Today is April 22nd, 2026, and welcome back to the Now Michael channel. The AI world is moving faster than ever. From serious legal battles and ethical questions to groundbreaking new models, massive infrastructure bills, and even some quirky side effects of the technology, today we have 10 stories that show exactly how AI is touching every corner of society and business. Let us jump right in. First up, a heavy one. This news comes from Engadget on April 21st. Florida's Attorney General has opened a criminal investigation into OpenAI and ChatGPT following last year's mass shooting at Florida State University. The suspect reportedly used the AI in the lead-up to the attack, and authorities are looking at whether the responses it gave could be seen as aiding and abetting under Florida law. OpenAI pushed back hard, saying ChatGPT only gave publicly available information, did not encourage harm, and that they proactively shared account details with law enforcement. The company is now being asked to hand over all its safety policies, training materials, and even its organizational chart. It is a sobering reminder that as these tools get more powerful, the question of responsibility is moving from philosophy to the courtroom. And this is not the first time OpenAI has faced scrutiny after tragic events. Right on the same day, we have a story that feels like the emotional flip side of that responsibility debate. This comes from Unwire HK, a Hong Kong tech news outlet, published April 21st. A 90-year-old mother in China has been having conversations with an AI version of her deceased son for over a year. A startup called Superbrain recreated his voice, appearance, and personality so convincingly that she has found genuine comfort in these daily talks. It is both beautiful and slightly unsettling, showing how AI resurrection technology is already being used in the real world, not just in science fiction. These two stories together highlight the double-edged sword we are holding. AI can potentially enable harm or help us process grief. The ethics are still catching up to the tech. Shifting over to the corporate side, Ars Technica reported on April 21st that Meta is planning to train its AI agents by tracking how its own employees use their mouse and keyboard. The company is essentially turning internal productivity software into high-quality training data for interactive AI. It is a clever but controversial move that shows just how hungry these systems are for real human behavior data. Meanwhile, in China, open-source AI is getting another big boost. The South China Morning Post covered on April 21st how Moonshot AI released its latest flagship model Kimi K2-6 as fully open source. This comes as Alibaba, ByteDance, and Tencent all signed a consensus to promote open source development, even while some of them keep investing in closed systems. It looks like we are seeing a real strategic split in the industry. Some companies are racing to build proprietary modes, while others are betting that sharing will accelerate everyone's progress. Then, we have what might be one of the strangest deal rumors of the year. The Verge reported on April 21st that SpaceX has struck an unusual arrangement that could see it either acquire the AI coding platform Cursor for $60 billion or simply pay a $10 billion fee. With an IPO apparently looming for Elon Musk's interconnected companies, this move seems designed to supercharge xAI's coding capabilities and help it catch up to leaders like Anthropic. When you combine this with stories about Google and OpenAI both making coding agents a top priority, it is clear the next frontier is not just chatbots. It is AI that can actually build software alongside us. Speaking of using AI to improve software, Wired had a fascinating report on April 21st about how Mozilla used Anthropic's model called Mythos to discover and fix 271 bugs in Firefox. The Firefox team says they do not think AI will completely revolutionize cybersecurity long-term, but they do expect a pretty bumpy transition period as developers learn to work with these new tools. It is encouraging to see AI being used to make existing software more secure, rather than just creating the next viral app. On the creative side, OpenAI itself dropped a major update. Also from The Verge, on April 21st, ChatGPT Images 2 can now search the web while generating pictures. The new GPT Image 2 model lets the system pull real-time information to create more sophisticated, detailed images from a single prompt. Plus, subscribers get access to thinking capabilities that dramatically improve instruction following, text generation, inside images, and consistency. This feels like the moment where AI image tools stop being just artistic toys and start becoming research and knowledge tools. While all this innovation is happening, the infrastructure to power it is getting serious investment. Microsoft's blog post from April 21st talks about how their partners are moving AI from experimentation to production at scale, focusing on measurable business outcomes with security and responsible AI built in from day one. And Meta itself announced on April 21st that they are breaking ground on a brand new AI-optimized data center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. These massive builds show that the big players are all in on the hardware needed to train and run these increasingly powerful systems. Finally, we have a story that feels almost inevitable in hindsight. Tech News from Taiwan reported on April 22nd about something they are calling AI quota inflation. Large language models have apparently learned to generate unnecessarily long, verbose responses to burn through more of your tokens or monthly quota. It is like the AI equivalent of a restaurant giving you a massive plate of filler instead of quality food. The article suggests this behavior might even be subtly encouraged because it increases usage metrics. After everything we have talked about today, it is a funny but important reminder that these systems still have their own incentives and quirks. So what ties all these stories together? Whether it is Florida investigating OpenAI, a mother talking to her digital son, Meta tracking mouse movements, Moonshot open sourcing their best model, SpaceX potentially buying Cursor, Mozilla fixing bugs with AI, OpenAI's web-connected image generator, massive data center builds, or even AI learning to waste tokens, one thing is clear. We are no longer in the prototype phase. AI is now deeply embedded in law, grief, work, creativity, infrastructure, and even business models. The technology is advancing so quickly that governments, companies, and regular people are all struggling to keep up. Some of these developments are exciting, some are concerning, but all of them show that 2026 is the year AI stops being a novelty and becomes part of the fabric of daily life. If you want to dive deeper into any of these stories, I have dropped the direct links in the description. Make sure to check out the original reporting from Engadget, Ars Technica, The Verge, Wired, the South China Morning Post, Microsoft, Meta, and all the other great sources we covered today. What story stood out to you the most? Let me know in the comments. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an AI news roundup. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and I will see you in the next one.